there's been a Sasser sighting. So.
We got breaking news, but it's not trade related. According to Dave Burkett,
Yeah.
Taylor Decker just posted on Instagram that he has requested his release from the Lions. Tom Pelissero says Lions left tackle Taylor Decker, the team's longest tenured player, announced he requested and received his release after contract talks broke down.
Wow. That's somewhat out of left field.
So you're a cap guy. This saves them, if I'm not mistaken. Is this like a $9 million savings in cap, or is $9 or $11 million?
I thought it was 11, but let's go take a look. Assuming they're going to release him, you know what they want? I mean, okay, let's make some assumptions here. The Lions wanted Decker to take less.
So here is the actual Instagram post. It's a picture of Taylor Decker high-fiving players take from behind as he's going to the tunnel, high-fiving players on the road, and it says high-fiving fans on the road. Things change. 145 games started, 3 playoff appearances, 2 division titles, a decade carrying the shield. I fully intended to do it once again, but my time as a Lion is coming to an end. In the weeks since notifying the team of my return, there have been numerous discussions, many of which were a surprise to me, and we could not find common ground. Therefore, I decided to request my release. I am opting for a clean and amicable close to what has been such a beautiful 10 years going to war as a Lion. It has been an absolute privilege of my life to be your left tackle for the past 10 years, and I am forever grateful for the opportunity the Ford family and the Lions organization afforded me. That's Taylor Decker.
Wow. Well, first of all, job well done, Taylor.
Yeah.
It was a great run here in Detroit.
Sure was.
I don't blame the Lions for trying to renegotiate his contract to less, which is, I mean, he didn't say that exactly, but
it sounds like
but that's a pretty safe assumption, huh?
Well, that or was it also a possibility to say, hey, look, we may release you after June 1st to save more money, and if that or whatever the case is, right? Whatever helps the team out the best, and if they were just being real with him, or if he's saying, hey, surprised by what was being said the other way. It's clear that he doesn't want to go out on bad terms. Doesn't want
he made it, and that's about as classy and as good a way to put it. I'm sure he's not thrilled about being asked to take less, but it's not. Hey, it's nothing personal. It's a business, and that's the way to go out with that kind of post. Tyler Linderbaum, come on down, and do I rip up Mach 2.0 here?
I mean, so I took the guard. I went with Benga Onye from Penn State. Does this change my? Yeah, I would change now to. Well, I'm still thinking. Are they looking at the whole Jedrick Wills stuff when it was reported yesterday? The Lions were talking with him. Does that kind of key into this? If they're still looking at him as a possible long-term replacement, then maybe it doesn't change anything for me because that went in my whole thing. But if Wills isn't in the future, then I would look at Monroe Freeling.
Right. Gator says it like that because that's how Mel Kiper says it.
So Pelissero says Taylor Decker was due $18.2 million in 2026, including a $1.5 million roster bonus if he was on the roster March 15th. Now at age 32 and after conversations about a restructure, Decker says he'll be moving on. So according to him, they wanted to restructure.
Well, I mean, look, speaking of which, I'm going to give you something that is one of the reasons why following the NFL is so difficult in terms of what is real and what isn't, and what the cap is and what the cap isn't. Spot Track, and let me find it. Check this out. Spot Track, who follows sports contracts really, really closely and does a good job as a reference for us, just tweeted out the following today. If it comes to a head, a team acquiring edge Max Crosby will be able to process a simple salary conversion on his contract that will drop his acquired cap hit from $30.7 million down to $7.73 million. Brad, attention, Brad. I'm sure he knows this. I'm sure Disner, the capologist, knows it. He's still here, right?
I think so. He's made no bones about it. He'd like to play for Detroit, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has literally said these things in the past. I keep insisting that it's not possible to fit him under the cap, but now with Taylor Decker asking for his release and freeing up some money, and we're still waiting for the Lions to announce a restructure of contract for Jared Goff and others to free up even more space, and a ton of space at that. Is it possible? Is it possible? Before I'd given it less than 5% chance that the Lions could make some kind of offer to get Max Crosby.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might be up to 15%.
I mean, they really should be. So let's start with the breaking news with Decker, who's requested his release. So Penei Sewell's your starting left tackle, most likely.
I would think so.
A rookie starting right tackle also is starting to feel like a strong possibility.
Mm-hmm.
With freed up money, I mean, Linderbaum becomes more of a player here. How do you feel about an offensive line with Fanu or Freeling at right tackle? All those young guards battling.
Right.
Frazier, Mahogany, Ratledge, Linderbaum at center, and Penei Sewell at left tackle.
It looks like a decent. It looks like a really good.
It has
good
potential to be
line.
a really good offensive line. It probably comes down to whether or not those guards step up, and if the rookie right tackle can get the job done. In the meantime,
that was wild.
Yeah, that is wild. It's a total game changer here for this offseason. I mean, the big deal now is restructure those contracts in 3-2-1. Let's get that done because that is a huge, huge part of this offseason. God, I'm impressed with Decker's post. Very classy in a world that...
I expected that from him. He's a classy guy. He's a guy who's worn his heart on his sleeve. He's been emotional in front of cameras and microphones. I think he loves his time here and understands the situation too.
Yep. And he played hurt last year.
Yep.
And
played hurt. He's played hurt for several years.
And here's the other obvious conclusion. I mean, Decker's not the only contract they're working on. Right? It just came to a head today. It came to a head on a Friday before free agency. I expect more news over the weekend before free agency.
So he's asked for his release. Does that mean the Lions give it to him, grant it to him, or are they still trying to work out a deal? I mean, I imagine if you go to an Instagram post like that,
it's probably
what's going on.
It's probably done. Wow. Breaking news. Taylor Decker requesting his release for the Detroit Lions. By our math, $11 million in freed up cap. That wasn't in the report you read, right? No. I mean, he's got his cap hit next year was $21 million. He's got 9.4 dead cap. 21 minus 9.4, roughly 11.5 million. So 248-539-9797. Your reaction, Detroit, to that breaking news. We will tell you who you wanted in Mock 2.0. I will put a little asterisk next to this one and say Decker left the Lions in the middle of this draft. It's Karsch and Anderson, 97.1.